Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. Your host as always is Catman Sandy and you're watching Infolink Studios, where facts beat fiction and the truth has it all. Today we want to talk about some of the controversial issues that are hitting news headlines currently. Kenya has faced a lot of matters lately, and one big mandamano that we have witnessed is the one organized or called to action by the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Unfortunately, those schedules have been altered with all of that. It is official that they were called off, but as things, you don't know whether they are called off or they've just been altered shortly. Is it reggae imezima ama reggae imeenda break kidogo itarudi? We can't tell, but to get more about that, before we get there, if you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button and do not forget to hit that notification bell so that you will produce videos of this kind. Then you are the first one to get yourself notified. And if you feel that the content we share here is worth your time, do not fail to like and share, and also do not fail to give us your comment down there on the comment notification area so that you shape our discussions with videos of this kind in the future. Thank you. Let's get back to matters of demonstrations. Demos have been organized by Raila Amolo Odinga in Kenya for quite some time now. It's not the first time, and if you follow his history down the line, then when he was in the university, he did organize. Immediately when he got into mainstream politics, he did organize mandamanos against President Moi. He organized mandamanos against President Kibaki. He did organize mandamanos against Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, the former president. He also has now organized mandamanos against Dr. William Ruto, the current president. So he knows, he has mastered this art, and he knows how to pull people to the streets and make people do what he really wants. But me and you are supposed to ask ourselves if we really wish to get to the street and do what Raila wants, or get to the street and do what we want. Because my question is it true that we're going to the street because we feel the pinch that much? And is it true that we have exhausted all the avenues that we may use to reason with the government, so that the only avenue left is get to the street and pull a big mandamano? Or is it true that we are going there blindfolded by a political push or pressure because we really want to gratify our king, because we really want to make sure that we do what the king says, we obey the commands, and we remain on check of the cause of our king? So, yes, maybe or maybe not, your opinion counts here, but if you ask me, I would really say that demonstrations are not outlawed in this country. Demonstrations have a provision in our constitution, and whenever citizens feel that they have been deprived of some of their rights, that the government is not serving them as it's supposed to, and whenever the citizens feel that they really need to get out there to the streets and demonstrate or picket or try and use those particular means to maybe put the government on check, then it is squarely within their right. But it is also stated that all those activities are supposed to be done squarely within the law. It is that very law that provides for demonstration, that also provides for some of the parameters under which those particular demonstrations are supposed to be conducted. One of them being having notified the police for security a number of days before those demonstrations. Also, one of them is making sure that those demonstrations are free of violence. Of course, they are as safe as possible for the people who will be coming there. So when you say we are going to have peaceful demonstrations, and then the demonstration break from the boundaries of the bondages of peace, and violence is witnessed, then it is always the responsibility of the person who called the demonstration. It is not, as been alluded by the Kenya, or rather by the Azimio team, that it is the responsibility of the police to maintain peace. And of course, it is their general responsibility to maintain peace and order. But it cannot remain to be their responsibility when an individual chooses to interfere with that peace and order, and in their check of that peace and order, then they are classified as brutal. They are classified as beating up people against that particular principle. I think that is not really there. So, if you have to put that responsibility to the police or upon the police to make sure that they maintain peace and order, then you also have to de-whip them whenever there is this action that is termed brutal. Because, of course, when somebody go chaotic, then some of the time you realize that if you want to approach them, somebody observing from a distance will see you equally chaotic to help them calm down. And you know, policemen are trained to handle violence, and the only way they are trained to handle violence, they have arms, is to also forcefully make sure that they disarm the armed guys. So most cases, in the process of disarming the protesters, then they are seen to be brutal, and they have been misjudged. I don't want to give credit to the police for whatever they are doing. Of course, the police at one point make the decisions single-handedly. Nobody has to necessarily say what peace means in that kind of protest, and who is the custodian of that particular peace. The last time I checked, the custodian of the peace of any gathering is the organizer of that particular gathering, and should hell break loose, then it is that very person who organized such kind of gathering that holds or takes care of that responsibility. And for that matter, my opinion is that Raila Amolo Odinga is the custodian of peace in all the demonstrations, and he should not send any blemish statements to the police. He should not take and pull the police into this. He should not run away from that kind of. And what people have said, that he is not killed anybody, he is not robbed anybody of their property, he is not violated any article of the Constitution, he is not. No, all those things are hogwash. I think he has to come straight and accept that he has done those things. He has killed people, because even we know the definition of offense. Offense is an act of omission, or commission is an act of you do something or you fail to do something, then you still have committed a crime, or you still have offended some person. So we have been offended by him because these avenues that we have today that have led to calm in the last 2 days are avenues that were not explored in the last few months, because Raila still had his people. He could sell. The other day I saw a picture taken by Babu Owino and both factions together, meaning that there are talks that are going between these two people. If those talks could still be there, then I don't think if there was any reason for us to go to the street and cause that kind of massive life loss. Because it happened, but then it's a lesson for us. Yeah. So till next time, I feel you did not, or if you did not subscribe, please have the time to hit the subscribe button, and please leave us your comment so that you share our discussion in the next video. Until next time, ciao.